You popping the top at the right time, I guess, aren't you?
Of course.
So, how is everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Peachy keen.
Everybody's kind of quiet, aren't they?
Well, our group is dwindled today.
It's kind of short today, isn't it? So,
It is.
Deucey's under a tornado warning. I don't know where the Colonel's at.
Where's Hollywood?
I don't know where Hollywood is. I have
Slackers.
no idea.
Chris had to work late today.
Chris had to work late. If you see me moving from side to side, it's because I'm making sure everything's working. And I do believe we have Instagram working tonight. So how exciting is that?
Awesome. And I just checked in with our guests, making sure they're working all right.
Yeah, Instagram, it appears to be working. You want to look and make sure it's working? Can you check it?
I'm looking. It won't show me on my computer because I'm logged in.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Well, it's showing me down here that it's working. So there you go. So we should be good.
You said on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything
Well,
unless it's got some sort of delay.
Yeah, it'll have some sort of delay, I'm sure. So
Because normally it would have like a ring around it and like pulsating.
well, we'll see what happens because it's showing that it's working. I can see you on both pages. So
Perfect.
so how's everybody doing this week? Everybody doing well?
Doing all right.
I mean, it's just us three right now. I mean,
Yeah. Our guest's seen our message, but hasn't said anything yet.
oh, well, it looks like they are. It's their devices is not connected. It says so. They're probably getting it set up, I'm sure.
They were going to do it through their phone.
Okay. Well, it looks like they are. So they're going to do it through their phone. You may have to. They may be having some kind of issues. So, well, Jason, I guess it's just you and me for a minute. So.
Yeah.
My son was having a moment, so I had to kick him out.
Oh, really?
He came in. 18-year-olds are weird.
Right.
Came in here with the hiccups and stood over my computer with the hiccups.
Right.
What am I going to do about it?
Well, I don't know.
I love you, but he's still standing over here hiccuping.
Well, looky here. We will go ahead since these folks. I've been excited for this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I know they can hear because we haven't brought them to the stage yet. But I've been excited for the main reason why I finally have some Navy people on. You know what I'm saying?
You're not alone anymore.
I'm not alone anymore. So why don't you do the intro and let's get this thing started so I can get some Navy people in here. I see Kurt. He's already smiling. He's with his beautiful wife. She's smiling too. She's got her head. She's ready to go. So you introduce. I'm gonna bring them in, and we're gonna the Navy. It's three Navy versus one Army guy. So I am excited tonight. So there you go.
And I'm just the poor civilian.
I'm gonna have to call Deucey back.
Who is the what did I tell you was? I gave you the rank
Master
of
Chief.
Master Chief. That's because you outrate.
Is it honorary Master Chief?
Well, there's a lot you have to do to get that, but we'll give it to you anyways.
Oh, gee, thanks. Well, tonight we have the renowned PBA tournament director and his wife, Kirk and Mary Von Kruger.
Looky there. Wow. Welcome to the show.
Good to be.
And Mary, in the moment, your title on when you worked for the PBA eluded me, so correct me.
I just kind of did everything.
So, Mr. Kirk, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I'm excited to have you on because there we go. I'm the only Navy guy in this bunch. So usually it's 4 other Army guys, right? So tonight, the Navy outweighs the one Army guy up in the corner.
We're three.
Do what now? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said there's two of us, Navy. You're Navy. So what's the count? Do we out?
We outnumber them. Yes, sir. 3-1. Well, now Michelle, she has an honorary title of Master Chief.
Perfect.
Only the reason why, so I can have an extra, Navy person in here, right? So, because I get tired of being outrun by these guys, and because this gentleman up in the corner, you met him in Indy, Jason, he just made E8, so I had to find something that outranked him. So there you go.
Nice. Well, my son, he's a Navy commander, so
He's trying to bring the Navy back in.
we actually have another Navy person too. So
Oh, I know. Yeah, every time we go to the event, I always make it a point to stop and say hello to the son that was in Indy. I always chat with him, and he and I share stories and talk about stuff. But the biggest thing he said was, I think he's asked you to come on, and I like the way how Kurt is starting out the show. He's got his drink of choice with him. Everybody does. Ducey's not with us because he's under a tornado warning, but he always has his wine. But correct me if I'm wrong. Your son has asked you numerous times to come on his show for Bowl TV, and you haven't made it on yet, right?
I never heard that.
Oh,
At my age, you can blame it on selective hearing loss.
well, listen, it's a privilege.
Sure. So
It's a privilege to have you on here tonight. We've had tons of questions that come in. One of them that has came in is, what is or where was your favorite duty station? And for those who don't understand, duty station is where you're assigned when you're active duty. So where were your favorite duty stations?
my favorite was undoubtedly ice.
isn't that right, baby? Did I do good?
Yeah, you
Okay,
did
that's
good.
good.
Yeah, good.
I think we missed part of that with the, it kind of skipped. Where did you say your duty station was?
My favorite duty station was Naval Air Station Corpus Christi, Texas, because that's where I met and married Mary.
Wow.
Aww.
Wow. Now, what about you, Miss Mary? Where was yours?
Iceland.
That's great.
Iceland.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Corpus, obviously, we married, and all three of our sons were born. It's very
Wow. I never had the opportunity to visit Corpus Christi. I only went to several places of Gulfport, Mississippi, Port Hueneme, and then of course I was at Kings Bay, Key West, and then did some time down in Guantanamo Bay. But I've always heard that Corpus Christi is a nice place.
It is. It's very beautiful. The
Yeah.
beaches are great. It was great.
It was.
Wow. So, how did you get out of retirement? How did you pull the gig to do in Indianapolis when we saw you up there a couple of weeks ago?
Somebody called me, and in another month of weakness, I said yes. I've done this now. That would be the third time I've actually come out of retirement. I've retired.
Right.
I did it for Dubai. That was just hard to pay. Then a year later, I agreed to help Gary Beck with his Teen Masters, the Thunder Bowl in Detroit. Really wanted to go back to Detroit for many. And it was a great opportunity, and also the PBA was doing a co-event with some of the top players in the PBA.
Yeah, they were actually dedicating the arena area and renamed it Tom's. But it was very special.
Right.
And then Gary Brown called and wondered if I would be And I said yes. And and I said yes pretty quickly too, which kind of surprised me. But Drew turned out to be a fantastic. I really enjoyed working with that crew. Great. Good time.
Well, I know that the PBA to me, the years back, I've been coming since 2015, and it just doesn't always seem to be the same without you making the announcements. So it's always a pleasure to see you. I've followed you to Jonesboro, Indianapolis, a couple places in Ohio, Detroit. So it's and it's not the same unless something happens and you grab the mic and you get center stage and you go, how does it go? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. It's like, by PBA rules, this match cannot end at a tie. So there will be a 1-ball roll off starting with so-and-so and everything like that. Yeah, that's a PBA moment right there. I tell you, when you take center stage, man, it's I know going up against Randy Peterson's tough, but
I can't. There's no way you can compete with Randy, and I got thrown into that gig the first time on the spur of the moment. It was planned. They said, "Oh, let's put Kirk out there to break the tie." So I had to go out there and figure it out, and I historically, invariably, every tournament I work, I'm always nervous the day of the tournament. Always nervous.
He gets stage fright, which you
Yeah.
wouldn't really know, but he's nervous as all get out. Yeah.
We pulled it off. It was good.
I don't see how I don't see you being nervous. You just step right out there and when the lights come on, man, you just shine like the star you are, brother. How about that?
Well, and that's what he said too when we asked him to do the show. He's like, I don't know. Get a little nervous.
Let's see. I think he made his decision when we were sitting at the table at Beer 30, and he saw what a great bunch of guys we were, and you were standing up behind us on the rail, and he says, "All right, I'll do it." I help these poor guys out. They need the help, so I'll help them out. Yeah. So.
Considerable amount of spin. Ironically, though, it was true. I mean, you are a great group of guys, and I figured, why not now? So I said yes, and here I am.
Well, we very much appreciate it. And I have to tell you, going back to you being the announcer, it was very welcoming to hear your voice again at the US Open. And many of us said that, the tour is our second family. And when we're at those events and you come across the microphone, it's like being at home. That's everybody's second home. And we all just love you.
Oh, yeah.
Mary and I love the tour. It was great for us. It was our first for many, many years because we spent more time on the road than out. And I think I was ready to retire, but I won't lie to you, I do miss it. The relationship, and the travel a little bit,
right?
And I like to eat.
Let's get a couple. We got several questions here. Let me.
Rolling in. Goodness.
Yeah,
gracious.
they're rolling in. So let's see. Here's Brian Ducey. You remember being him. He can't make it tonight. He's got some questions he's sending in. He wants to know. Tell us about your Navy service.
Oh wow! About 22 years in the Navy. I joined the Navy when I was 17 years old, Houston, Texas. And, became an air traffic controller.
Right.
My first duty, but that I actually met Mary after I got to. I did tours in Little Creek, Virginia. I was in the back to back to this. Mary, we never went on a date, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, we never dated before we married.
Couldn't date subordinates vision, so I married her instead. It was perfect.
Aw.
That was a loophole that we
Advantage.
managed. And Mary and I and the kids went up to Iceland after that for very briefly. That was kind of it. Our career in a nutshell.
Wow.
As
And a
your
great,
you always have a 5-year tour of duty.
right, right.
So have as many as like other rates do because they have 2 or 3 years in one spot and go off to somewhere else. We get to kind of we always got to kind of stay there, and it was a great job, and I had a really great boss. So.
There you go. There you go.
Shore road traffic control was 5 and 3. So that's 5 years or 3.
Here's another question coming in from Steve. How many tournaments did you complete in when you was at NAS Corpus Christi?
PBA tournaments or
I believe that's what he's asking. Yeah, because you are a bowler in your own right, correct?
I bowled a little bit. I actually tried to bowl on tour. Fortunately, I failed, and I after about 2 years on tour. I only bowled in one PBA tournament first. Second tour, I bowled a lot of regional programs.
Right.
Big participant in the Navy intramural sports program. That's kind of what did pretty well there. I won that. One of
Actually, well, he always talked about and I do it. That was that.
Let me ask you guys: are you getting their? Are you hearing everything they're saying?
I'm getting some choppiness too.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a bad connection because we're getting about just a little bit. You start talking and then it kind of fades out, and then it will come back in a little bit. So
Okay.
I don't know if we're getting a bad. I don't know if it's just not coming through. Let's try this. Let's see how this works. How about traveling the country in an RV?
Oh, at first we didn't even start in an RV at first. The first time we traveled across the country and didn't stay in hotels, we during the summer tour of '93, we
Yeah.
literally camped across.
Really?
Yeah.
And I made my first and only show in Wichita during that tour, and we were in a campground. It was great. We splurged for the show though. That was great.
Yeah, we did.
Wow. See, I only remember you guys being in the RV parked out behind the center or parked next to the center. Yeah, especially in Jonesboro when you come in off the loop, and you see the center sitting on the right hand side, you know that something's happening because the Von Kruger's RV is the fifth wheel is in the parking lot. So
Trailer.
Yeah.
After I made the show in Wichita, and then, since we could afford it.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
then we upgraded to a trailer with a slide out.
Oh, okay.
And then we got our first fifth wheel, and then we had three fifth wheels in the course of it.
And then we ended up with
Yeah.
the last one, which I bought in 2019 with the intent of driving the entire tour that year. I bought that late, and then in 2020 in Las Vegas, something happened. They shut the tournament down. COVID happened, and that was it. That was the last time I drove that RV. I drove it from Las Vegas back to Pensacola, Florida, and
Right.
it's been in storage ever since. Have never driven it again.
Wow.
Yep.
So have you only used the RV for the tours, or have you guys used it just regular camping and stuff like that?
Only the tour.
Generally only the tour.
Yeah, only the tour.
I had these big plans of retiring and going out and RVing full time, but as I mentioned before,
Good.
that little got in kind of changed, so we never really had the opportunity to do that.
Well, here's a comment that only you and I will understand, because these, the Army guys, they don't understand what this is. But thanks for the fun times at Corpus Christi. Your search and rescue officer. Army don't understand what that is. So.
Oh, there were so many sorrows. I wonder who that was.
It says Stephen.
Reese.
Steve Reese?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Steve.
I don't think he's flying helicopters. Is he flying helicopters in
Yeah.
Louisiana out to
Well,
the rigs?
He does. I don't know if he's still doing it there, but since we've retired, we actually met up at the Cracker Barrel on the Florida borderline to kind of, and we stayed in touch via Facebook, of course. But he's a great,
He was a helo pilot. Good guy.
yeah, good guy.
Well,
That's
there you go. Here's someone else. Think they may know you, a great ambassador for bowling. Used to bowl with him at Corpus Christi, Texas, at Leroy and Jane's.
Go
Bowling?
home.
Bowling?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Rickman?
Yeah.
Who? Rickman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rickman?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
used 5 leagues a week. It was.
5 leagues a
That's a
week.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I bowled at 3 of the bowling centers that were at that time when I bowled 5 leagues. I bowled at 3 of the bowling centers that were in Gulf Bowl, Buccaneer Bowl, and Bears Bowl. They put up another bowl. Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Wow. If you don't mind asking, we wanted to. Here's another question. If you don't mind sharing with us, question for you, Mary. How's your battle going?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. You know, it's always kind of a wait and see thing with her
Right.
too. You know what? The Lord has blessed me, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, I've got such a great support system. Of course, the bowling community, boy, they really got me through it. I'll
Yeah.
tell you, when the chips are down, your bowling family are the ones that's there. And I don't know how I would have done it without Tom Clark, Janae, Kimberly Tressler, our entire staff, and of course, the bowlers themselves and their beautiful wives like Michelle. You know, you don't get through that stuff with being by yourself.
Right. You have to have a core group, and you have to have your family outside the family, and that's what we consider you. We consider you our family as well. I mean, look, you may have not known me for the last 6 years that I followed you around, but I sure knew who you were. And whenever there was a tie on TV, I was like, all right, everybody be quiet. Here comes the main star to the main part of the game right here. And then you would walk out. It's like I was introducing you. So I felt like I was a part of you. But anyway, I'm the crazy one of the bunch. Let's get Steve back in here. He retired from flying helicopters.
Oh,
12,000 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I think time is still living out in Jacksonville way.
And then he misses you both. Mary, just don't hit me in the shoulder again. You want to talk about that, or is that something for another day? So
For another day.
I don't know. Kurt's looking like I have no idea what's going on there, so I don't want to be involved in upsetting
Well,
him.
I probably knew the story and just forgot prizes.
How about here you go? Here's a buddy of yours. John's asking, do you remember bowling at Super Bowl in Harris Lanes in Corpus Christi?
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah, that was the one out in Flower Bluff. Absolutely. All of those bowling centers are closed now.
Really?
Yeah, they. It seems like any bowling center I bowled well in, they tore down. So.
That is way too much of a trend right now with the older bowling centers.
I had a run on regional tournaments where I'd win a regional tournament.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. Like the next day.
I think
But-
Oceanside, I won a regional in Oceanside, and they kid you not, they tore the bowling pin down.
I
It was
have,
fantastic.
Wow.
I have
Well, after you, yeah, after you, you're it, man. You know, you're the star, right? So
I have
nobody
a
else can.
little
I
update
think that's
here.
not the reason, huh?
I have the little update here because Kirk isn't watching, but the BGK is now up 2-0.
Yeah, we become hockey fans in our the VTK are playing right now, and they're on a kind
The
of
Vegas
they're on a
Oh,
streak, so this is a pretty big game.
Vegas Golden Knights. So, I mean, if you can see anything behind us, we have like 12 signed jerseys and frames behind us. And like a puck signed from every player of last year's Stanley Cup. Plus, my favorite player, Keegan Colasar's signed helmet and hockey stick
my
from.
goodness.
So, yeah, we are pretty big fans.
Uh, see, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, and long before hockey was in Florida, they used to consider Huntsville. They used to say as a promo thing because UAH hockey, you know, is big.
Yeah.
It was college hockey, but he used to say that we were the hockey capital of the South. But then that all changed when you started getting all these East Coast leagues and all this other stuff. So, but yeah, you in Huntsville, and it's packed every night over there when they, you know, I can't even stand on my own 2 feet, let alone trying to put on a pair of skates. So
That's the truth. What
Crazy.
these guys do on those skates is amazing.
here, let me give this one to you, Marius. Steven says, so thankful you're doing well. You both look great and living near Live Oak, Florida. Now, is that anywhere close to Randy Peterson?
No, Randy Peterson is way down south. Live Oak is like it's still in southern Florida, just as you turn to go down,
Yeah.
go to, it's where the university, it's
It's
close
past-
to
it's-
where Gainesville is. For,
Okay. So you're not really in the Panhandle, but you're Northern Florida, right?
No,
we
we
are
are
in the
in the
Panhandle. Yeah, that
Okay,
was
so you're in the Panhandle.
okay. Near
right next to
Pensacola.
Pensacola.
Okay.
They call it we're
Yeah.
like 10 miles from the Alabama border.
We are literally a mile and a half from the commissary at AS White.
Really?
Yeah, so we get to use our Navy benefits and everything. It's awesome.
Jason don't understand all that stuff. He's at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. They don't have a commissary there. They don't
Oh
have a
my
PA.
God. Spent a week there one afternoon.
Come on. We got a commissary.
Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Oh my
We
Lord.
went there too for that one
Oh
tournament.
my
Yeah.
God.
So do you have a Fort Campbell, Kentucky story? Since
I bowled the inter service bowling tournament at Fort Campbell. They kept us in a condemned barracks. I kid you. The people were great though.
We still have those.
That
We still got those condemned barracks.
Is that first? I can't remember.
What's that?
101st Airborne or 82nd Airborne at Fort Campbell?
101st.
101st, yeah. Screaming Eagles.
Yeah, they're over there. They're there.
At our oldest, the commander who now flies for Delta, and our youngest son got new physics for the Navy. But your middle son is always the nonconformist, and he is an Army officer. We don't talk about him much, but but every year, the first weekend of December, he's like, "Mom, can't you just once root for Army?" And I'm like, "Son, that's just never happening."
Well, every group has to have every group has that one person, right? And that's Jason.
There he is.
Yeah. And every group has that person, and well, our group, and it's Jason, because who in their right mind jumps out of a perfectly good airplane?
Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
you
hey,
know,
it's fun.
arm
Yeah.
Whee!
right mind because you went in with the wrong mind, you know?
So how many
true.
jumps have you? How many jumps do you have, Jason? How many did you say?
I don't know, over 120 or something like that, 140. I don't know. There's a lot.
Congratulations. I mean, that's honestly, that's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
But I would never jump out of it.
I
Yeah.
trip on my porch steps, so yeah.
Oh,
Now,
Michelle,
Ducey,
I could trip over my shadow and believe it. But
well, now Ducey, who can't be with us tonight, he said he went out of a plane twice. I think something
He's
or
got
5 times, and
yeah,
he
5
said he was
times.
pushed every time. Is what he said. So
yeah, I put that right up there with like my son doing carrier landings and takeoffs. You know, you
right,
have to be a special person to do,
right.
and I'm not special. No.
Let me get caught up on this before we let you guys go because we didn't want to take up much of your time, but I want to get this thank you in here. This is from your buddy John. It's followed you through the PBA days, fun each week, saying to everyone, I used to bowl with that guy.
Hmm.
So you know John, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see where else. Do you plan to go out to the USBC Open in tournament in Vegas?
Oh, I retired from that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I when I was still with Tom Clark's team, I think he leveraged me out.
Wow.
Bowl, and I did never really bowled well. It just got progressively worse after the last year I bowled. I had 58 in the 5th. Called Mary and I said, "Baby, I don't think I'm going to break up." and I struck out. Oh, wait, it was the best game ever. But I think that was my crowning achievement at the Open. But great tournament, just not for me.
Not for you. Ducey, you made it with us. Did you survive?
I
Are you
did. I
frozen?
did. I did.
We
I
see
don't know
that-
if you can hear me. That the tornado was kind of awesome.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah, we are tornado watchers at my house. So yeah, it was kind of cool. We came downstairs and it was for Chicagoland. Well, I don't know.
Oh, we
Oh,
lost
he's
it.
gone.
Well, before we let you guys go, I had a question for you. So, what year did you start on tour, Kirk?
What year did I start bowling on tour?
Yes.
1992.
On
So so a cumulative between the years that you bowled and you worked, you were in the tour 28 years. Is
Oh,
that correct?
that
yeah,
would have
90.
been right,
Yeah, that'd be no 30.
Okay.
30.
yeah.
And you worked with tour, what, 22? Was that right?
No, I worked 27 years.
Okay.
No, no.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. I keep adding the COVID years in.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, no kidding. We were still trying to operate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I see? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear I came across a video where you had made a show.
Yeah, that was the Wichita show that I talked about where we were camping across the country in the
Got
summer.
it.
And I said the best thing that ever happened to me was losing that tournament. I started like front 5 and I was crushing him. I had him. And then I left a 7-pin and I positioned to pick it up and the ball was in the ditch at 30 feet.
And I can verify.
I still have the lead, and then I left another 7-pin, and I adjusted like a good bowler does, and the ball was in the ditch at 25 feet.
Oh gosh.
And he beat me, and then of course that's the famous show that Mike Albee shot my 300 on. So
Got it. He's
well,
my
I can
neighbor
verify-
down here. Well,
I
should
can
say
verify
up here.
this. I can verify this through John, who posted and said he missed a 7 pin, only lose the pin to lose his only PBA tournament.
Only TV show.
Yeah.
Not his
Yeah, no,
tournament.
there's no guarantee. Even if I'd have picked those up, that I'd have beat Ozio, but it would have
I mean,
helped.
All these.
Yeah, I was curious because I actually did not know of all the years I've known you. I did not know that you had bowled on tour at all prior to working with the PBA. So when
Well-
I started looking into researching, that's how I learned. We've never had the conversation, so I had no idea.
No, some people wouldn't call it bowling. I think that's probably why. But no, that was a great experience for me. I got Bo Burton and Chris Schenkel called that tournament, which was fantastic.
Wow.
They called me up into the booth. I got to sit in the booth for a little bit after I lost, and it was a great experience. And luckily for me, I didn't win that tournament because after you get one title in your belt, you don't ever want to quit, right?
Right.
And fortunately, it allowed me to accept a position with the PBA and do something that thought I was reasonably good at, and I got to still stay with the PBA and stay connected with all the people and the sport, and it was a fantastic run.
Yeah. And
When
all
did
your
you-
service that you put into the PBA tour, in hindsight, you are now both in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was we're extremely honored. I always say not deserved, but appreciated. We have a saying in the Navy: it takes 1,000 attaboys to cover up one aw shit. Ooh, can I say that?
Yes, you can.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we
And
These Army guys don't understand that, but I do. I
Oh
got
no,
Yeah.
because the Army guys don't make mistakes. So just say it. Just don't.
that's, well, God bless you.
Well, I don't know about all that, but we just
Hey,
know how to
hey,
recover from the
we-
all shit moments.
We make mistakes, but no one knows about them.
Now, Ducey's the one we were talking about earlier. Jason with 142 clean jumps, and Ducey's got 5 pushes out, 5 pushes out the play.
Attic jumps or
No. There's no such thing about jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. You get pushed. I got pushed.
get pushed.
Yeah, they're
Now,
all
Jason-
static line jumps.
Jason, now Jason tells everybody, "Hey, I don't get pushed. I'm either first or last. I don't care." So,
That's right.
but
although
you
I
gotta-
think if it were Deuce and him together, Jason would just be the one pushing Deucey.
Oh, absolutely. I
these,
kick him in the
Yes,
back.
he would.
two, Kurt, now
Yes, he
these
would.
two are the biggest trash talkers to each other when it comes to bowling. Ducey will have a great tournament or something another, and Jason will say something like, "Oh well, yeah," or "Yeah, it's easy when you got the bumper guards up," or something
Hey,
like. These
I,
two are here talk more shit to each other than anything.
I'm leading the tournament right now. He's like, "Hey man, you got the bumpers up?" I mean, he's doing some stuff like that.
You need to come on and come to one of our tournaments. We need to have these two in a championship match, and I need you to come be the tournament director. We would almost pay you to come up and do this because this would be so much fun between these two clowns right here. Okay.
We have a
We
good
can
time.
get that
If
RV
you're
out the
not having-
garage.
If you're not having fun when you're bowling, you should be bowling.
That's
So,
true.
so
Maybe if
here's
we
a,
get one of our events down in their neck of the woods, maybe we can get Kirk
I
come
would
over and be an
definitely go to Florida
honorary
and go bowl.
announcer for the
Yes.
weekend.
We would
Yes.
definitely go to Florida Bowl.
yes, Kurt, have fun with us, him and Mary, because they understand the Navy way. You guys don't. You guys are Uncle Sam's misguided children. You don't
No,
understand.
we have no Marine guys. We got no Marines here. We're Uncle Sam's misguided children. The Army stands
Oh.
for Uncle Sam ain't released me yet.
Let me get 2 more before you go. Do you remember a gentleman by the name of Eddie Richardson?
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yes, I do.
Corpus. He's with Kirk sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie and I, we bowled league together. We went to PBA tournaments together. I mean, yeah, I know Eddie.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart. I'm sure he's
Great game, by the way. Great game.
He does. He does.
Wow. Now here's a tough question for you, if you can answer it. What's the hardest decision you ever had to make
As
On-
tournament director.
as
As-
tournament director?
Oh, wow. There are so many. I tell you one that just jumps now.
What about that time we lost all the electricity in Philadelphia and you had to figure out,
Well,
that was
too many moving parts. I
Yeah.
disqualified Duke once
Whoa.
Yeah.
because he was late for roll call. That was a tough call to make. And
That
it was
is Taylor?
no, it was the PBA National Championship.
Oh, that's right.
Did you say who it was?
Norm
Duke.
Duke.
Norm. Okay.
Norm.
Piece.
That
Well,
was
that's tough.
that's probably the toughest call I ever had to make.
Wow.
So I got a question. I wasn't on earlier, obviously, because we're dodging lightning bolts and tornadoes and all kinds of stuff. So Kurt and Mary, I'm a big time RVer too. So a lot of the RV questions came from me. Do you guys have any scary stories about being in the RV at bowling tournaments? Do you have any? Because I kind of know where y'all go. I put my motorhome up at the World Series. I'm like, I don't know. So
A real quick one. We were pulling our rig from Reno, and we went through the back way. It was dead in the winter, and we were cutting over to go to Medford. And we went the back way, and the roads were not great, but they weren't horrible. And we were listening to the truckers, and we got to
Klamath Falls.
yeah. We were about to make the crossover to Klamath Falls.
mm-hmm.
The trucker said, and we had just passed a sign that said "Stop and chain up." Follow the signs. We listened to the trucker. Oh no, it's great. Come on. So
Oh,
we did
no.
that, and we got into a grade, and it was a little narrow. It was like 2 lanes. The right side was a drop off, and I had to.
We ran out of gears.
I kept we ran out of gears, but I kept the rear tires spinning for 35 minutes to keep from sliding backwards and to the right off the mountain.
Oh, my Lord.
So us as Flatlanders, because most of the people who are on this podcast are all Flatlanders. I'm telling you, I lived in Boise, Idaho, and I went to Spokane during the wintertime. And when they say you're going across a mountain pass and you need to chain up, you need to chain up. I have never seen any type of weather like this in mountain passes in my entire life. I went through a company meeting, and we spent the entire night on the top of the pass because we couldn't go forward and couldn't go back. We just, all of us camped out in the van.
Settled for that day. Fortunately, a forest ranger came.
This was great.
This is the best part of the story.
This is the best part of the story.
And he helped me get. I had all the equipment. Got to use it. Generally, that's a good rule of thumb. Helped me get a chain under the left rear of my dually, and we caught some friction, and we finally made it up the hill. And
but he also had to get all the cars behind us to clear out because we kept sliding further down. And every time Kirk would spin the wheels to go through the ice to hit the tarmac, and then we would go up like a foot. Well, every time we did that, the Freightliner would, the fifth wheel would get closer and closer to the edge of that cliff. It was something. And he came up and he knocked on the door. He says, did you not see the sign?
Did not see the sign. Classic.
And
he pulled a Bill Engvall.
Yeah.
Wow.
The best part, the footnote. We finally made it up the mountain. Okay. And so we wanted to call the Forestry Service because he was a forest ranger, according to his uniform. And we called everywhere trying to find this man. And nobody, we called every kind of agency there is to find this guy, to give him an attaboy, maybe write him a letter for a commendation or whatever.
Right.
Not find this guy. And the kicker is his last name was Angel.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
That's a Twilight Zone episode right
Yeah.
there.
There you go.
Twilight
Yep.
Zone
It was
episode.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
We always felt like he saved our lives, or at
He
least
did.
saved.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I've said for years, because I pulled a fifth wheel for years, there needs to be you need to have a panic release to let the fifth wheel go if everything comes.
Yeah.
Jettison that thing. I'm gonna drive. Let the RV go off the cliff. Let it be done.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, at least save half your rig, right?
Exactly.
it. Exactly.
Well, listen, before we let you guys go, Ducey's going to tell you a little, we always end with a toast. And Ducey's going to tell you how we came up with this, and we'll let you guys go. I know it's a little bit later than what we usually plan on, but you guys have this has been great, and I have certainly appreciated it. I still have a ton of questions on here. Maybe you guys will come back and be with us again, and we can do this, down the road. We'd love to have you guys back on again, and because this has been a blast again, because you got Navy guys that's out ranking Army guys tonight, so I'm back.
Yeah,
All right,
but don't be mad because it's an army toast. So don't take offense to it.
Well, I don't.
And
Yeah,
it's really not an army toast. So when I was in the service, I told Kurt this when we got to chat in Indy. I served in the U.S. Army Honor Guard. I was lucky enough to get selected to go there. Actually, I just volunteered, so I'll go. But while I was there, I got to be in a movie called Gardens of Stone. James Caan, D.B. Sweeney, James Earl Jones, Lawrence Fishburne, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It came out in like 1986, maybe 1987. But in the movie, at the end of it, middle of the range, there's a toast. It's James Caan and James Earl Jones, and E9 and an E8 are sitting around talking. And the toast is, get your glass. Here's to us and those like us. Darn few.
Amen.
there you go.
Kurt, Mary, thank you so much for your service. I'm sorry I wasn't on earlier, but we were dodging some lightning bolts and some thunderstorms coming through here. It was a little wicked for Chicagoland. It doesn't happen very often. So we will see you down the road. And if you ever get the opportunity to join us again, we would love to have you back.
Yes, we'd love to have you on.
Love it.
Anytime.
Oh,
Thank
and
you
on
all
our
so
way
much.
on our way out, I've got to put this on. Been holding this one for a while. So on our way out, this is for you, Mr. Kurt. When you bowled at Super Bowl lanes, you would go into the game room and play pinball until it was your turn to bowl.
That is a true statement.
So not only is he's not even a bowling wizard, he's a pinball wizard.
Pinball wizard. There you go.
Yeah. I think they call that ADD now.
They didn't make the right drugs for us back then, Kurt. You couldn't take the right drugs.
Well, listen, we appreciate you guys. We run a little long, but hey, we've had a blast, and we'd love to have you guys come back again. Because, like I said, I have probably 12. I have 12 more questions on here. So please come back and be with us again, and hang out with us. And we're going to try to
Enjoy your retirement.
Yes, we're going to do some tournaments in Florida. You need to come in. We'll handle it. I'm in Huntsville. I can get down 65. We need to get down there and do something. Let you be our announcer. It would be outstanding.
Loop, guys, keep me in the loop. And
No,
get
we
out.
will.
Absolutely.
We will. Listen, you
Very
guys
great.
have a
Thank
great
you.
night. And thank you for coming on. We certainly appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, take
See you
care.
guys.
How awesome
I
is
just
that?
love them.
Oh my God,
awesome
they're
is
so
that?
awesome.
They are.
They're so awesome.
Yes.
I didn't know them before dog tag, or I knew them before dog tags bowling, but they had no clue who I was, and I met them a couple times. They're just the sweetest people ever.
They
Yeah.
truly, truly are.
Yeah. I mean, they're great people. They really are. So
And even when the bowlers get in trouble, they may hate me for saying this, but Ronnie always looked at them kind of like mom and dad. He got very close to them. He got very close to Pete on the road. And Ronnie got in trouble once. And what does Ronald do when he needs to go suck up to mom and dad? He bought Mary flowers and bought Kirk a 6-pack of beer.
there you go. There you go.
A 6-pack of Milwaukee's best.
I don't know what he bought him, but oh God, he felt bad. He was just in a moment and felt awful because those two are the last people on earth that he would ever want to disrespect.
You know, there's plenty of times in my life, and I think the other guys on me on the show too. You know, when you step in the big pile of poo and you embarrass yourself in front of people you really don't want to embarrass yourself in front of, that sucks. That's not fun.
No.
Yeah.
So, so Ducey, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, we're good. I just pulled up the picture. I'm gonna try to get it on. I don't know where my camera's at. But let's just see if we do it. Yeah, it was kind of ugly.
Wow.
It's kind of ugly.
Goodness.
That doesn't happen often here.
No, see, that happens in North Alabama all the time. We don't even acknowledge it.
That happens where Christy's from and where I'm from. We're from Central Illinois. We get a lot of tornadoes, a lot of wind, flatlands,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But up here in Chicagoland, that don't happen very often. So, yeah, it was we had tornado sirens and all kinds of shit go off.
When I clicked on you, this was Michelle got on, and I was clicking you, I was clicking Jason, and you go, I'm out. I'm out. I'm
Tornado
like,
warning, I'm out.
and I clicked Jason. I said, we lost Deuce. He said, what? I said, there's something about a tornado warning. He said, I'm sitting on the porch watching mine. Where's he at?
Yeah, really.
Well,
Ducey was
when
Ducey just had to go into
hey,
the bathroom. That's all that was.
Hey, Jay. I wish. That was a 40-minute poo then.
God.
When this is done being live, I'll tell you the real story.
We've got some tornado watchers, storm chasers out there.
The upstairs came downstairs. If you catch my drift, the upstairs came downstairs, so I had to let it out.
Yeah.
So I think this was a great show. We kind of had a little problem with their volume every once in a while. I think it was kind of in and out some, but it was.
I think it was everywhere because I even lost some connection here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's raining, it's windy, it's 30, 40 mile an hour winds over here right now. So
Right.
I think it was just all over the place.
I think it's a
We're waiting on
connection.
weather
for
to come
the
in
country,
too, and I had to refresh
It's
over here.
AT&T. It's AT&T. They're all down.
So
So
we got about 10 minutes left. Deuce, give us an update.
We're good. 420 to Dog Tags Bowling.
Wait a minute. PBA League. Hang on. PBA League.
Oh, come on, man. That's been 2 hours ago. I can't remember
Well,
all that. I do know that Las Vegas won one match. It's pretty close. I mean, they all did well. There's no one. Lumberjacks are kicking ass again because they're pretty freaking solid.
Right.
Waco Wonders still only have one win, so they're
Yeah,
down in the dumps.
What happened with that? Yeah.
They just hey, what's crazy is Dallas Strikers. The Dallas Strikers have the most amount of pinfall, but they've only got like 3 wins.
Wow.
Running to buzzsaws, man. It happens. Ryan Ciminelli, man, he's throwing the ball great, but he just can't get no carry. I mean, it's nuts.
Wow.
He left 2 washouts. It's ridiculous.
Okay, now give us an update on the ball raffle.
Ball raffle, Sam Cooley. Thank you, kid. Thanks, Sam Cooley. I totally thought it was going to take a couple more weeks to get it done, but we sold 500 tickets. We got $420 because I was selling them for $5 a piece or 5 for $20. So we got $420 worth. It's already been transferred to Dog Tags Bowling. I sent Michelle a text earlier today. I want to get some EJ Tackett. Hey, no offense, but your husband's a pretty big deal. So I'd take a Ronnie Russell signed stuff too. I could get that shit sold over here all day long.
I might be able to get it for you.
Yeah. I think we got some connections. But I'll reach out to EJ at the end of the season because I guarantee you before my bowling league is over, if we get a Ronnie Russell or EJ Tackett stuff signed, and it doesn't have to be a ball, it could be a jersey, whatever they're willing to sign. And I think jerseys are easier because they go through them like crazy.
Right.
And it's easier to ship that. Just ship that to me. I'll pay for shipping. And I can raffle that off, and it'll go like that. So, Jason, what's up with the Kyle Troop ball? You going to try to do that?
So we actually have 3 more Sam Cooley balls.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, he gave us all basically all the balls that he threw that at
His
the US
arsenal,
Open.
basically.
Yeah.
His arsenal, yep.
Yeah, all his arsenal there is he gave to us. So yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So we have those three balls that we'll start doing. We have the Kyle Troop ball that we're going to do next. Well, coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
We have a backpack that we'll probably do next. Gary's got that one
The
signed by a
backpacks.
bunch.
Hang on, JV. Let me tell it. Do you remember when we were in Wisconsin and we had the 3 backpacks that was donated by Turbo? It had everybody sign. I still have 2 of those. One of them I used at P4P Bowling, so I still have 2 of those, and that's what Jason's talking about.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's got like 30, 35 names on it. So.
Perfect. Perfect.
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Yep. So we'll start those here. Probably we'll do one more ball probably in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. We'll talk to Gary offline here. I don't know if we'll do another Sam Cooley ball or the troop ball, but one of them will be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
I think the troop ball will grab some national recognition. So if you want to sell tickets nationally, and I think with the ball we just raffled off, we can ship it to whoever wins. Let's do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't a big deal.
And we've got now. When is Joel coming on?
March 12th. That hasn't
Okay.
been announced yet.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyway, we want to run the ball in to coincide with him coming on.
I like it.
He's the one that got us into
I
that.
like it. Yeah.
I log into him every day at lunch, and he and I, and he is promoting like crazy. And he's going to do his live cast while he's doing the live cast with us.
Yeah. And also,
It's going to pull a lot of folks in. I'm telling
Sure.
you.
And I talked to Michelle too. Lloyd just said he sent out some sort of banner. I love that poster. Blah, blah,
Yeah, they had
blah.
a banner they brought to the show on Saturday that they got
Yep.
signed.
Nice.
It has the dog tags logo on it.
Right.
Nice. Nice.
So we're going to use that as well and mail that out from somewhere. So
I told Michelle I'm going down to Louisville for the Derby tournament. Got to golf with Kyle, bowl with Kyle for a couple of days, go to the casino for a couple of days. So we'll get some more stuff signed by him. I guarantee he'll sign whatever he wants. He'll help us out too. So we got plenty of stuff coming to be a fundraiser. Oh, the other thing we talked about, and I didn't know how we could do it on this, but there is a way that people that are watching can donate to Dog Tags Bowling. And I don't know how it's done on YouTube. I have no clue. But I did it with Brad and Kyle's show. So we need to figure out how to do that.
well,
I think that's kind of something we had chatted about to implement into the website.
Yeah.
Is it the website or is it through? I should try to do it from my phone.
I think on YouTube you can donate to the channel itself, but I don't know that it goes to dog tags. Is that sound right?
Gary, do you have a bank account associated with Dog Tags Bowling?
Yes, I do.
All right, let me try. Let me see
And
what
I'll tell you what I'll do when I will give that to you because I don't want to put the number out.
No, that's fine.
But it has not. But I've got to link it into YouTube, and I haven't done that yet because of because of what happened this weekend. I was out of pocket. I couldn't get none of this linked up together and everything. So
how is your father-in-law doing?
he's doing great. He actually hasn't lost that much mobility on the left side. The stroke is on the right. So as you know, everything works reverse. But he was able to eat a little solid food today. So they've taken him off the vent, of course, and he's going to make a recovery. But there's going to be, of course, therapy involved. But yeah, he's hanging tough. This is a gentleman who's had 3 heart attacks and has 3 stents. So. And of course, my wife's dad, you all know Kenya, so you see where she gets it. So, are we going to announce who's next week?
We don't have a next week. Next week is a recap week.
Okay.
Okay.
First week of the month's recap week, and then the next 3.
Is this code for Gary, you, Ducey, and JVB can have a free for all kind of thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Can we have one without Michelle being on? I'm kidding. No, because she's gonna.
I quit. I quit. I'm done. I quit. Do it yourself.
I'm messing with you. You know I'm messing with you.
Oh, you should have, dude. She wasn't on here when we first come on, and she had her hair all up, and she pulled her hair down, and she said, "Oh, I'm a hot mess," or said something wrong with the hair. I said, "You look pretty hot to me." She said, "Whoa."
Hey, girl, you know I'm messing with you. We love you.
I know.
But you're the goddamn referee. You just keep us in check all the time.
Oh, she did. And she was proud of me because I answered the private chat because she was telling me how many minutes we've been on. I said, okay. And she was smiling and like, finally, you're paying attention to the private chat over here.
Okay. So we don't have, do we want to end it and do our own conversation? What do we want to do?
Well, we're going to end it. It's, we're at,
Yeah, we're at an hour. We're good.
we're at an hour.
We can head out.
We're about
Let's
ready to
end
head
it
out.
and let's do something on the side. If anybody wants to get off, but I need to talk about some stuff.
Okay. Well, listen, we had a great, that was a great fun-filled hour, man. We are right at an hour right now. So,
We missed a trip to the truck, though.
We did
we-
this.
I was tripping to the truck the whole time.
Atta girl.
As soon as I saw Mary and Kurt, they had their bourbon glasses up. I was right behind them.
Well,
Here's
I'm
to
going
the
on
truck.
the truck.
Going to the truck. Jason, you go to the truck?
Jason, you going? No, Jason can't go to the truck.
Man.
Jason's
No.
on call.
Not
In
today.
three more years, he can go to the truck a lot.
In
I'll
3
live
more
at the
years,
truck.
Jason's going to be out on the tour. Jason's going to go out on the tour. He's gonna
Yeah,
work
good luck
on the
with that.
trip.
Good luck with that.
All right, so
I'll be on
let
the
me
tour
start
with the truck.
I'll
I'll
be the
start
tour
pushing-
truck.
I'll
Got
start
a
pushing-
traveling moonshine truck? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah,
All proceeds
That's
go
right.
back to dog tags?
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We'll do that. So, I did get a message from Lee. He's got a gentleman that I've spoken with Michelle, and I'm going to get with you guys a little bit later on. But we've got some good things coming down the pike from the Colonel. So we're going to get some. It's going to be good. I'll put it that way. So I'll let you guys know, and we'll let everyone else know. So next week is open. It's free for all. Tuesday. It's where-
Maybe not. That's what I want to talk about. Maybe not.
Oh, okay. Well, I was kind of looking for Gary Deuce, JVB, just running
Oh no,
the
Michelle don't want that.
running
She
the
wants
Camp
structure.
Kangaroo Circus over here is
She
what I was
wants-
hoping for.
She don't want no Captain Kangaroo over here.
Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in. It was another great show. Thank you for your support. Follow us, please. Follow us, share.
Just like all you gotta do is
like
the YouTube
everything.
channel. Like it,
like
share it.
everything.
It does nothing. Subscribe. It does nothing for you. It don't cost you nothing. It helps us. This gets
And
us bigger.
please look at the bottom of the screen, Dog Tag.
Yes,
We
Eileen
would
Buddies,
like to
Bowling
thank
Buddies.
all of our sponsors.
Hey, by the way, I did put a post out earlier tonight. Every PBA Elite League bowler was wearing an H5G jersey.
They were
Exactly.
the official jersey maker for that event, I believe.
That's way
There you
cool.
go.
That's
Yeah.
way cool.
And we have some great news coming before
Coming,
long about the brand.
Yes.
coming. It's coming.
It's going to be great. All
I've
right.
got lots of people asking me about that. So, yeah, we need to put that together. I know that they're working behind the scenes, but yeah, that's going to be really, really cool.
Yep. I'll
Exactly.
give you an update here in just a few.
All right. Well, listen, thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everybody. Kurt had a lot of friends on here tonight. A lot of people chiming in. So we appreciate those guys for chiming in. And you guys have a great week. And we will see you guys next week. Like us, follow us, check out on everything. Okay.
Gary, you got to say your stuff to all the brothers and sisters that are
Oh.
suffering across the country. Our prayers. Be safe.
Yeah.
Safe. Be good.
I got it here on my notes, and I went right past it. But yes,
I got
to
you.
all of our brothers and sisters, both near and far, we pray that the good Lord watches over you tonight, wherever you're at. So
100%.
keep them all safe, okay?
100%.
Including this cat down here in the corner, wherever he may go, whatever he may do. Got to bring him back to us, right? So I think he's there. I about got this camera mess figured out.
I do not know how
That
to
way.
point to that guy.
Yeah, I got him. I don't know. He may be frozen. Are you okay? Are you?
Yeah, I'm
Are
good.
you-
Let it go. Let it
Oh, my
go.
Lord. All right.
You guys have a great night. We will talk to everyone soon. Okay.
See y'all.